What's going on, people, man? It's Amit again, back out of no video, and I'm gonna be reacting actually to the wave concept that Noam actually he's a YouTuber that does breakdowns in boxing and influencer boxing most of the time actually, and yeah, and he has interviewed Fousey and said I want this more than Deji. He know how to struggle. Yeah, it was an interview. 17 minutes.
Zone Boxing Misfit Boxing Series. Welcome, folks. The Zone Boxing Misfit Boxing Series X, August 27th in the O2 Arena. My guest today for this interview is none other than Fousey. Fousey, how you doing today, brother?
Good, thank you. Thank you for not saying Fousey too.
No, never.
I appreciate that.
Just Fousey. So, we're here in historic Jackrabbit Boxing. Before we get into the matchup at all, I just want to ask you what it means to be training in such a legendary gym, really, with some real high level up and coming fighters in the.
Obviously, actually, Fousey is fighting Deji. It's fight week now. He's fighting Deji on Saturday. Fousey had a fight before, like 4 years ago against Slim, but Slim's on the card too. Actually, like his tempo. Fousey lost that fight embarrassingly. Got a bloody nose. If you watch that, it's happened to him versus Fousey actually. Yeah, it ended badly. But it's a new season actually. He's got the beard actually. He's ready. Got the muscles. He lost weight. He used to be fat. If you go on his TikTok or Instagram, yeah, he's a big boy.
One, it means everything. Like, I couldn't have picked a better gym, and I'm not just saying that because it's my home gym now and like where my loyalty lies. Like, I'm not just saying that. Like, the experience that I'm getting here, the knowledge that I'm getting here, the camaraderie that I'm getting here, even the leadership that I'm getting here from the coaches. Like, I'm looking at all them as like even father figure type statuses. It's like I couldn't have got that anywhere else. So I'm super grateful and super appreciative of that.
Let's talk about this fight because there are some big fights in the main event, the co-main, but I would argue that the rivalry between you and Deji is the biggest on the card and has the most potential for explosive action. Just give me your thoughts. We're here after the face to face. Give me your thoughts on this fight, the importance of it, and yeah, just going in there with Deji.
This is not only the biggest fight of that night, I genuinely think so, but I think this is going to be one of the biggest fights in YouTube boxing history. Like, for people who follow the timeline of YouTube boxing, they know what Fousey and Deji is. Like, this didn't just start out of nowhere. Like, this has been a long time coming. Like, even before Alex and Deji, like, I feel like that was even just a setup to get us to this point right here. Like, it was always going to be Fousey and Deji. So the fact that this is happening on the zone, on KSI's, card, it can't get no bigger than this.
All right, let's take a quick break from the interview because I want to let you guys know today's video is sponsored by my wonderful friends over at SeatGeek. SeatGeek is a ticketing app.
Okay, I'm gonna skip that part. Straight I can get my audience for what happened again with Fuji actually to the interview.
Wade at SeatGeek. And again, make sure you click the link in the description and download the app. Thank you, SeatGeek, for sponsoring this video. And now let's get back to the interview. You guys are really in a must-win situation for both you guys, right? This isn't just.
Yep, that's true. Fuji has no wins. Dead has no wins. Dead has lost 3 fights. Jake Paul, Vinny Hacker, and Wasabi. Fuji has lost one to Slim, TKO. So it's either Fuji gets his redemption or Dead loses for the fourth time, or he gets his first win.
Fight to go out there and let's see who's the better sportsman technician. No, this is a must win for you and for Deji, and we just had the face offs, right? Obviously, it would have been better in person, but you did get to see him for the first time in a while. What did you pick up from that?
I didn't get to see him actually. I was looking at you on the screen. They didn't show me Deji. And one thing about you saying it's a must win. First of all, I don't even know if it's a must-win for Deji because if anything, Alex was the must-win, and he said he would retire after Alex. He lost to Alex Wasabi. It's already forgotten, and now he's back again with me. But with me, and this is not me saying the importance of the win isn't there for me,
Right.
but I'm saying I'm not defined by anything that happens in the ring, especially in the YouTube world. Like the L's that I've taken in life, like Deji's talking about showing that he never gives up and never stops.
Right.
He hasn't faced any real adversity in life yet. He's still living with his mom and dad, so he goes home, eats his mom's cooking, and living comfortably. He's a comfortable, successful, paid YouTuber. He's never hit rock bottom like I have. He's never lost every dollar in his bank account like I have. He's never gone through the real trials and tribulations that I have. So a little YouTube boxing match doesn't define a must win in my life. So there's levels to it. So it's different.
Yeah, absolutely. It feels like even when you're talking there, you're saying he's never faced anything like, and you're shaking that right hand. And we talked about a little bit of this during the face-off. One of the things you brought up, and obviously, you have been through trials, tribulations, but you've made it here. You've transformed not only your body, your mental, but you've also added some real boxing acumen here at Jackrabbit. You were shaking that fist. And you told Deji in the face-off he'd never seen the type of power you were going to put on him. And to be fair, you're right. Do you think he's understanding of the level it's gotten to now? Because in other fights, he hasn't been hit hard. He hasn't been wobbled to the point where you say you're going to put him there. Do you think he realizes what's coming?
He does. And it's not even in the sense of what they're thinking. Oh, Fousey's just gonna come out swinging because like you could. That's what everyone. That's what I was saying. That's what everyone thought for the Slim fight. But with no boxing IQ, technique, anything behind that, what happened? What does power do at the end of the day? Nothing. Technique, skill, everything is gonna beat that any day of the week. But he's never been touched. Vinny Hacker did not beat Deji. Deji lost to Deji that night. He was throwing his hands, let him go. The only problem is he didn't train. He came in like a fat lard, tired himself out, came out when he realized I can't knock this kid out, took a knee, and finally when his soul was out of his body, had no gas, covered up and lost the fight. Alex Wasabi outskilled him, took all of his components away. But rewatch that fight. Alex didn't really touch him. Alex didn't put any tension on him, and Deji didn't even want to be. Any right that came his way, he ducked out of it. But I'm gonna make sure when I'm in that ring with Deji, he's gonna feel it.
Do you expect a different Deji? Because
I mean, honestly, Fuji had a point actually. Deadly had not got touched before actually. I mean, yeah, Deadly used to be hacker, but yeah, Deadly. I mean, Villa Hacker didn't do nothing deadly. Just feel like one punch like round two. Yeah, Fuji has a point. I like Fuji actually. You know what he's talking about. And but by the way, I'm a deadly fan. I know deadly actually. But Fuji, he's talking facts actually. He's speaking facts. He's yeah, deadly did this is deadly actually. He did. But deadly, he's failed actually. And that being Hacker there should have been a must win actually. He should have won that fight. Because he was winning the fight by 2 rounds, and also, I got tired of that, and yeah, they didn't train. And Deadly does not take, his training seriously. That's why he loses fights. Just like Drake, just like Vinako, just like Wasabi. He doesn't take the fight seriously. He don't take it seriously, actually. But yeah. Fuji knows, actually. Fuji knows what is a Deadly, actually. And Fuji has power, actually. Fuji only has power, actually. Fuji has power in his punches, actually. He has good power in his punches. So, I know that he's gonna crack Deadly really hard. And we'll see. We'll see.
like you said, Alex didn't really touch him, right? He was able to be kind of slick defensively, but didn't really throw his hands, right? He wasn't really offensive in any way. Do you expect a big change this time around? Do you expect him to come after you? Do you expect more of a technical guy, but on the front foot? What do you think offensively for Deji?
100%. And I mean, he said it in the face-off. He said, "You guys will see on the night of the fight." Like I know their plan. In the hotel lobby, right after he lost to Wasabi, and he came up to me and he got the idea like, "Oh, you'd fight me, Fousey?" He asked me. He said, "You'd fight me?" I said, "Yeah, I would." He said, "I already know what you would do. You would come at me like a bull. I'd work my back foot and I'd counter." I don't think that's going to be their plan. I do, think that he's going to be on his front foot. He's going to come with aggression. I do think he's going to be in the best shape that he's been in. Granted, because they've seen the shape that I'm in, and it's hard to miss. So I do, and if that's his plan, fine, so be it. I love that. Come at me, throw. Let's throw. If you want to throw, like if you actually want to just have that rumble, let's have that rumble. That you like.
You think
We just think he's prepared, man. He's prepared for Deji. He is prepared. He doesn't care what he done actually. He's gonna Deji, man. Fuji is serious, man. He's serious. He knows what to do.
if that is the case, you guys square up, it's time to throw. You think you got more heart than Deji does?
More heart?
To stand in there, to take those shots, to keep coming forward?
I don't even need to answer that. Like,
next question. When you're talking about Deji and how he prepares for things, I kind of want to transition to the people that support him, right? And this has been a big, I guess, topic of conversation leading into this is that there's a lot of people, even though Deji has lost some fights here, that still have his back and kind of dismiss you, even though you've only had one fight.
I do.
It's been 3 years. Do you think that people overestimate Deji's ability because of his fandom and maybe underestimate yours because of the fact that you haven't been in this scene for the last 3 or so years?
100%. I mean, after the loss to Alex, they had their moments of, Deji, it's over. But now that he got this, it's like they believe in him. Like those 3 losses don't even exist no more. Like he's on this some.
I don't go through this thing actually, but for me, like for me actually, I don't dead. I just want Dead to get win actually. I didn't say actually that he's gonna retire, but then again actually, I do want to see him get a win actually. So cause I really like Deadly. I do like him. I just want to see Dead. I just want to see Deadly get a win actually. Just get a win, and yeah, and this is a pro fight actually. But I don't think also if he loses the Fuji, Deadly's gonna probably retire. I don't think he will definitely retire if he loses the Fuji.
Sort of pedestal,
0-4
I do think they dismiss me. I'm not gonna get too much into that because I don't even want to give attention to them. But 100%, they have him on a pedestal. They support him, and by all means, once I beat him and he's back to fight whoever he fights on the next fight, it's going to be the same thing. They'll be back with the same support.
Really fight? Did he fight again after if he loses to Fuji? I don't like who does Deadly even fight though? I don't know who Deadly really fights if I'm being honest. But
And like, let's go, Deji, and never give up.
I wanted to ask you because, you are back now, right? You're back in this scene. You're taking it very seriously. And I don't anticipate this just being a one fight kind of journey for you. Obviously, you're not overlooking Deji, and I don't want you to do that. But do you see yourself having a future continuing in this YouTube boxing scene after this fight?
It's funny because I was never supposed to step in the ring again, ever again.
Yeah.
I have Happy Punch Promotions now. I'm a promoter. We have a roster of fighters. We have Dean the Great. We have Salt Poppy. We have Face Sensei. Like the list goes on and on.
5 out of the 7 fights have Happy Punch.
Are Happy Punch fighters on the fight? So I didn't even need to fight again. Do I see myself boxing in my personal life outside of this? 100%. I plan to be a part of Jackrabbit for long after this fight. Now, I will never look past my opponent, especially after what I did against Slim and overlooking him and saying, I'm going to knock you out and all this stuff. But is there somebody on my mind that if I were to continue and if I got an
Oh damn! Actually, Dean the Grey, he's fighting on the card too. Actually, he's fighting no, take a card too. Actually, he's over there. Wow, I think Dean the Grey is there. Wow, he's fighting too.
nice paycheck and I could see myself fighting after this fight, 100%. And I don't need to say who it is. The entire internet knows who it is, and that's on the top of my list.
Sure. We'll
I fucking know who it is. I think it's Brad Hall. I think it's my Brad here. I think it's my Brad. Yeah, I think it's my Brad Hall. Yeah, it's definitely Brad Hall. If it's Deji, I think he's talking about Brad Hall there. But I think he's gonna the fight. I think he's gonna win. That's the only match I'm saying. Well, I can say Slim or Brad Hall probably. Out of those two, I think mostly Brad Hall, if not Slim rematch. Never know. Never know.
Um, I wanted to talk to you about Happy Punch, right? Because we did just say, 5 out of the 7 fighters are on this card. Talk to me about what it's meant to you to be a promoter. I think, when you guys started, you were finding your feet, but all of a sudden it's become a YouTube boxing promotion titan. Right? You guys have almost everyone on this roster. What are the plans going forward? Are you guys looking to host events? Or are you looking to just showcase these fighters in the best way possible? Talk to me about Happy Punch and what it means to you.
Happy Punch means a lot to me because it's my little baby. Like I literally after playing the role of Dana Tube, which is now long retired, and you're doing a job that a great job. Like you're perfectly fit for this role. I hit up Keemstar and we came up with Happy Punch. And at first it was just to work events, do commentary, do ring announcing. And then one day I'm on YouTube and I see this kid boxing 3 people at once. And then I click another video and he's boxing a
Yeah,
cop.
he's smiling. He's smiling.
And I look into him and I'm like, where the hell has he been hiding? Because he wasn't, a pro fighter, but he had the skills of a pro fighter, but as a YouTuber, and that's Dean the Great. So the plans for Happy Punch changed immediately. I called Keemstar and I said, look, we need to act as a promotional company. We need to sign this guy, have him on the roster. So once they all get their chance to shine, like in this event, and Happy Punch clears the night, there's not a single Happy Punch fighter that's gonna lose on August 27th. Hands down.
The short puppy, Dina Great, Fousey, Sensei, one more. Short puppy, Dina Great, Fousey, Sensei. Oh, yeah, and some Hyde. Yeah, I think they're all gonna win actually. I think they're all gonna win. I think they're all gonna win. Yeah, I think they're all gonna win actually. Get their first win. Yeah, I think they're all gonna win. I can see that happening.
Down, Happy Punch will be throwing their own events,
Oh,
and
okay.
that's soon to come. But with a twist, I don't want to get too much into that, but they will be. Yeah.
Well, let's kind of relay that into some of the predictions you have for this card, right? Obviously, you're going to pick your Happy Punch guys. That's Dean, that's Face Sensei, my boy. But some of the other fights,
But I don't want to, when I say that, that's to not discredit anybody that they're going up against. Like to step in the ring, like outside of what everybody, like all these keyboard warriors who talk about you're this, you're that, you're this. To get in the ring, you automatically, gain respect. And like even, when they did that change and they gave the win to Temper, rightfully so, instead of Kenny, like I was one of the people saying that doesn't take away anything Kenny did that night. Like he fought great. He had a great performance. Like all love and respect to him. So I just want to say that. But yeah, I do feel like Dean the Great.
Be a quick night, yeah.
It's I don't like, man.
Talented.
Man,
a lot of people. We're going to talk to you in a second, but a lot of people just don't realize yet. I don't think enough eyes have seen how talented he really is yet. And when it does happen, and when he does show it, I think it's to the moon. I think he's really going to be one of these guys that takes the scene over.
Yeah, and he's going to break the internet that night. It's going to be the knockout of the night in spectacular fashion. Yeah. And to what's funny is the issue is almost who's going to want to fight him? It's like, and I'm willing to put him in the ring with anybody. Face Jarvis wants it, step up.
Jarvis?
If
Ooh.
name somebody else in that.
I mean, I know your boys with Adam Solid. That'd be a fun one.
Solid.
You have guys like DDG if he ever comes back.
DDG.
You have Money Kid.
DDG will never step in the ring with Dean. I dare him to. I dare him to step in the ring. Like we'll set that up immediately.
Yeah.
Damn. Fousey's firing the shots here, man. DDG. I mean, in recent interviews, actually, I heard actually that he would fight KSI, fight anybody. He would fight anybody. That was he said. DDG. He said he'll fight anybody. So I'm pretty sure he will fight Dean the Great, right? Yeah. Also, he did say Fitz Jarvis, I think he's not ready actually. I think Dean the Great is too skilled for that guy. Adam Law, that'll be a good fight actually. But Adam Law, I don't like him actually. I don't like him actually for what he did with the fight. And after it was a draw, like that 17-year-old guy got beaten up, called out KSI to fight, and she thinks he's scared of him. And just the thing he does actually is just what. And I mean, videos about Adam Law's fights as well actually. But that one fight as well, that was disgraceful. But right now, but I think about Adam Law, what's his name? Leonard Boom on September 10th. Yes, he is. It got announced. Yeah, rescheduled. And what's the undercard? I'm looking forward to see that fight, actually. I'm looking forward to see that fight. But yeah.
You have guys like DDG if he ever comes back. You have Money Kid.
DDG will never step in the ring with Dean. I dare him to. I dare him to step in the ring. Like we'll set that up immediately.
Yeah.
It won't happen. Like, name somebody, we'll put them in the ring against them and confidently.
I love it. Let's talk about some of the other fights and we'll get you out of here really quickly. We talked about Sensei Kenny. You know, your thoughts on that. You think Sensei's taking that, but let's talk about the co-main.
One thing I want to say about Sensei Kenny. Kenny loses a fight to temper.
Yeah.
He doesn't come back for a comeback fight and pick the easiest fight he can
say,
like, I'll take that to get my confidence up and boost up. He picks Face Sensei, one of like the top tier of this YouTube boxing game. But then look at Deji. He picks Vinny Hacker. Was supposed to be that's where all this started. Deji, why did you pick an easy fight? And he had to say it's not an easy fight. And then he picks Alex Wasabi, loses to Wasabi. Who does he pick next? Fousey. It's like the difference and even the parallels between.
No, actually, Fousey is a humble guy now. Like, I can't like Fousey now. I'm talking like Fousey. That is the kind of pick an 18-year-old guy didn't win. Pick Wasabi didn't win. I just facing Fousey. I don't think he's gonna win that fight. For me, I think Fousey's gonna take the dub. But yeah, but King Kenny, man, if King Kenny loses this fight, yeah, it don't matter. Win, lose, draw, it don't matter, man. Kenny is still a god, actually. He's still good. He's still decent. He's still probably a good, better boxer than Deji. Better boxer than some of the YouTubers, actually. Like, Deji is just, a person, is just, he's cherry picked upon, actually. He just ducks Slim as well, actually. He ducks Slim. I mean, okay, now I'm not saying he ducks Slim, but he don't want to fight Slim. Rumors saying he don't want to fight Taylor Hold'em, and just and he just took a lot of crap, that he just took a lot. So, and I said it before actually. I'm a Deji fan actually, so and I'm not being biased actually, but Deji just took a lot. But luckily, Deji got humbled actually by Alex and Vinny Hacker. And yeah, hopefully he's training hard. Hopefully he wins this fight, but I don't think he's gonna win. Even in case I said that he ain't gonna win. But I've been watching the fight live though. I'm watching all the fights, especially versus Deji.
What Kenny did versus what Deji's doing, Night and day.
Yeah, Kenny.
How do you see this fight going with Deji? How do you get this win?
Knockout? I think knockout. Knockout. I think
I
knockout.
get this win by remaining calm, listening to my coaches, doing what I've been taught, what we've been practicing, and sticking to the game plan. The only person I can lose to on August 27th is myself. I
Okay.
can't lose to Deji. I can lose to myself that night if I allow myself to. If I confidently just listen to my coaches, trust in my abilities, and stick to the plan, it's going to be an easy night.
There it is, man. Fousey, he's a part of what I think is the biggest rivalry in YouTube boxing. He's going to be fighting on August 27th in the O2 Arena. His own boxing, Misfits Boxing. I'm Wade Clemens. This is Fousey. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you then, man.
Thank you.
What's yours? Let's see. Okay. But yeah, that was Fuji. Fuji is fine. Honestly, I think Fuji is gonna battle Deji. He's gonna knock him out third round. Yeah, I think Fuji's gonna beat Deji. Fuji will beat Deji. That's what I think. I don't think Deji's gonna win this fight at all. But yeah, man. But Fuji was actually he was really humble though, really nice guy, really calm actually. But yeah, man. Fuji it will knock out Deji round three. I'm saying right now. But Deji has to prove it to us. Us Deji fans wrong actually. It's prove us wrong actually. But yeah. Let me know who you think gonna win this fight. Let me know he's gonna win the fight against Fuji versus Deji. And all the other fights, Face Sensei versus Kenny. Sam Hyde versus Thompson. So Pappy versus Andy Warski. Dean the Great versus Evil Hero. KSI versus Swarms. KSI versus that other Mexican boxer. Pro boxer. Who else? There's more. The Slim versus Face Temper. There's a lot of fights, man, and I'm excited for all of them. Or probably, Face Sensei, Kenny, Deadly Fuji, KSI fight, and probably Slim versus Face Temper. But yeah, let me know. It's been, I'm excited, and I'm back, baby. Peace.